Wherever country you want to go to has a licensing exam. If you go to Nigeria, if you go to Ghana, if you want to go to the UK, if you want to go to the US, Canada, I feel like any country you want to go, you have to be prepared to write the licensing exams of that country, especially if you did not graduate from a medical school in that country. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about career paths that medical students can follow through after medical school. So what to do after medical school. I know many people have this question in their head, especially maybe when they're in their final year, they are beginning to get worried that, okay, I'm done with medical school. What am I supposed to do next? Should I just follow through with my medical career and just go through the normal path as a doctor? Or what are the other options for me? I'm here to kind of lay out other options that you have as a medical doctor. The first thing I would like to mention is that it's okay to not know what to do after medical school. I know that there's a lot of pressure out there on medical doctors or medical graduates or medical students to, just follow through, and once you're done with medical school, just start your housemanship or your residency or whatever, and just continue in that path. But if you're not sure what you want to do, that's okay. And it's also okay to take a break and figure out things, figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, and what path you want to follow. Take your time to figure it out. It would be best if you actually are able to figure it out in medical school, so that right after medical school you can just go in that path. But if you don't know what you want to do after medical school, that is okay. Before I continue, shout out to all graduating students of 2022. Yay, congratulations on completing university. Congratulations on your graduation. I've had a couple of people ask me questions about, what to do after medical school or career paths after medical school. And I thought, oh, okay, let me just share this information that I know about, transitioning from medicine to other career paths. I know many people want to, work in the US and go to USA and work there because probably there are more opportunities there. And in order to do that, I think you have to write the USMLE exams. That's the United States Medical Licensing Examinations. I think it has 3 steps. You have to finish step 1, step 2, and step 3. I will not go into details, but if you need more information, you can let me know and maybe I'll do a separate video about that. This one is I'm just trying to highlight all options in this video. Another part is to, write your PLAB exams, the linguistic something PLAB. That's so funny. I've forgotten the full meaning of PLAB, but also write your PLAB exams and transition into working in the UK. But the thing about working in the UK is that there are 2 options, which I actually found out later. So I feel like this information would be very useful for maybe a medical student that is in their final year that is probably considering working in the UK. There's something called the UKFP, that's the United Kingdom Foundation Program. And what it basically means is that you can come to the UK and do your housemanship. So if you're in Nigeria, I think you understand what we call like the house job or the housemanship. Instead of having to go to Nigeria and then do your 1-year internship in Nigeria before, coming to the UK to work as a registered GP, you can opt for doing your housemanship here in the UK. Also, wherever country you want to go to has a licensing exam. If you go to Nigeria, if you go to Ghana, if you want to go to the UK, if you want to go to the US, Canada, I feel like any country you want to go, you have to be prepared to write the licensing exams of that country, especially if you did not graduate from a medical school in that country. But some people are not really interested in medicine. Many people just study medicine because, oh, well, it sounds like a nice degree, or maybe my parents wanted me to study medicine, but now that I'm done with medicine, I feel like I want other career paths. Or people who studied medicine in medical school and they realize that this isn't for me and they want other career paths. What else can you do instead of, following through and working as a doctor? It's one of the paths that I know, which I am currently, working in. It's public health. So I'm currently doing my master's in public health in the UK because I needed a break from medicine. In medical school, I think I put it in one of my Instagram posts. I had lots of struggles in medical school because I felt I was in the wrong place. For a very long time in medical school, I just felt I was in the wrong place and I struggled a lot through medical school. So me doing public health was like a break from medicine, if you get what I mean, because public health is different from medicine. It's I'll kind of say it's a branch, but it's a very thin branch of medicine because there are other aspects to it. So it helped me to, see health and see medicine in a different light, which is very useful for me now. So you can take a break from medicine and branch into other career paths like public health or epidemiology or even education. You can decide that, okay, you know what, you are interested in academia and just go for your PhD or go for your master's and start teaching in colleges, universities, wherever you are interested in teaching or passing on knowledge to. Why not go for it? Another thing is journalism. So there's something I read about. It says health journalism. So it's people who journal about health, some health bloggers or health, in newspaper columns and all of those things. Well, I think you probably have to get an additional degree in order to go for health journalism. But it's something you can consider, especially if you realize that you have, a knack for journalism and something like that. I think there's also something that was called medical photography. I think it will go in line with probably journalism because you take photographs and try and tell a story to people and all of those things. Some people go for probably volunteer work. They realize that, okay, I'm not really interested in working in the hospital, but I'm very passionate about volunteering. You can go into that. You can go into what's it called, NGOs, work for NGOs and volunteer and do all of those things. I read somewhere about transitioning from medicine to nursing. So maybe you were in medical school and you saw that, oh, I wish I had gone for nursing because I prefer nursing. I think there is a way to transition into nursing. You probably have to get an additional certificate for that, but you can transition from medicine to nursing. So I think that's something to think about. Also, you can go for research. So medical and pharmaceutical researcher, you can go into that. You can focus on doing research because I think research is really high in demand nowadays, but we need to know things, how things are working, what works, what doesn't work, and everything. So research is actually a very useful place, so you can consider that as well. Another aspect is forensic pathology, those who examine the dead and everything. It's not something I think I'm interested in. But some people might be interested in that. They feel like, human beings are very difficult to work with. I'd rather work with the dead or something. I mean, not work on the dead. I'd rather work on the dead and work with human beings. You can go into forensic pathology. Probably you have to get another additional degree and everything. I don't know the steps for each of this. I'm just laying out all the other options that you can have as a medical graduate. You're not limited to just one path. Finally, I would say follow your passion. I know people who study medicine, but they are very passionate about, fashion, or they're just business minded generally, and maybe they just go into full-time business and all of those things. Follow your passion, follow whatever makes you happy, because you wouldn't want to be working in a hospital for medicine is a very long journey. It takes years, and you wouldn't want to spend years of your life trying to force yourself to enjoy your work or be miserable for the rest of your life. So follow your passion, follow what makes you happy, what you are interested in, and I hope that everything would work out well, and I hope that you enjoy whatever it is that you decide to do. So there you have it, guys. These are the career paths or options for medical students. I know I was all over the place, but I hope that you guys have been able to learn or take one thing or two things from what I've said. Try and share this video with other people, share this video with medics and people who you feel that they need this video to know, the options that are out there as medical students. Share this video. Thank you. Share it. Share it. Alright, guys. See you meet again in my next video. Thank you for watching, and I love you all. Bye.